All right, My Hero Ultra Rumble players, we have some big news concerning Season 5. So not only are we now getting Murio, as well as some new quirk skill sets, we are also going to be getting a USJ map update. So even though it's not a new map, I am happy that we are at least, changing the previous map, which is nice. It'd be kind of cool if they started doing this like every season where they do little changes and tweaks to the existing maps. I think that's really, really cool. And I know other Battle Royale games do similar things, right? They'll change the maps over time and stuff like that. So I think that is a really good idea to help people come back into the game. It adds a quality of life update that's going to help a lot with the game. This is very, very cool what they are doing with the map. So this is from a V-Jump scan from the JP side of things, and we're going to kind of go through it here, and we have some translations. Shout out to Hydros for those translations. These are rough translations, so not necessarily 100% accurate, but they'll be pretty dang close, okay? So essentially what this is all going to be saying here at the start is that the terrain has changed significantly. The mountain zone of USJ has been updated to version 2. Okay, so that's, I think, what this is right here where it says version 2. That's what all that says right there. And then you can see a picture of the new mountain zone. This looks really, really cool to me compared to what we previously had, which was just like mountains stacked on top of each other. It was kind of tacky, kind of weirdly put together. And so now it says the mountain zone, which requires strategies such as surprise attacks and escapes that take advantage of the height difference, will be significantly renovated in Season 5. The terrain will change significantly from before, so learn the zone and find new ways to fight. Specifically, those new ways are going to be with the new character, Mirio. So it goes on to say, some hidden rooms can be accessed by destroying some walls, which is really cool. And down here, there is a picture of those walls. So these are the walls that can be destroyed, presumably. And then we have a statue of Nezu here, as well as a gold chest. I don't know if that gold chest or Nezu are going to give anything different than the normal chest. Be really cool if that is going to be the case. And then it goes on to say, I believe this area right here, recommended characters and battle points for the new mountain zone. The area of the renovated mountain zone has collapsed, resulting in the creation of rocky passageways, tunnel, and hole-like topography, making it a complex terrain now as opposed to, it was pretty simple before, right? This makes it an easy area for characters who can move quickly and delicately to move around. The newly added Mirio is unique in that he moves finely up and down, left and right when passing through obstacles, so it's easy. So they basically changed this to go along with the introduction of Mirio, which I think is really cool. So now we're getting a map update and a new character. I think that's really, really nice. And then if we go down a little bit further, we got all these new costume updates. So we're going to be getting two new gacha costumes. Okay, we're going to be getting Mirio in his casual wear, like you see right here. And then we are getting full Deku. So the full Deku is honestly sick. I know a lot of people have probably been waiting for that. So as far as costumes go, love that. That's absolutely amazing. And I'm not going to talk about like the gacha system, how good or bad it is in this video. If you want to leave your comments, you can. But I'm just going to talk about like how hyped the costumes are and the characters and stuff like that, because this is actually great stuff, great content. I love the costume ideas. I love what they're releasing with Mirio. This all looks really, really good for Season 5 so far. And then additionally, besides these two gacha character costumes, we are also going to be getting professional license costumes. So you will have to buy the professional license to get these costumes here. But those costumes would be for All For One and for Rainy Day Season Kirishima and Sue is what these costumes are called technically. So, or just school outfit, Kirishima and Sue, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, you'll be able to get these two outfits and mask off All For One, which is nice for buying the pro license. And then the pro license also gives you tickets and stuff like that. It's one of the best investments money-wise you can make in the game if you are going to spend money on the game. And then last but not least, we have this Cementos right here, and he is part of the hero license costume, and that's just his Cementos quote-unquote fancy costume. Okay, so those are all the things that are coming to Season 5 besides Mirio that we know about right now. In addition, we have some quirk skill sets coming up, probably a Kaminari skill set, but we don't know exactly when those skill sets are going to release just yet, or how many skill sets are coming out this season. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Are we going to get another character this season? I don't know. There's still a lot kind of up in the air. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, we do have a little bit more information about Mirio, which I think is very, very hype. So going through this V-Jump scan, there was another V-Jump scan featuring Mirio here. And this one says, new character added in Season 5. thorough explanation of Mirio Togata. So here in this V-Jump scan in particular, they're going to give us a description, explanation for his skills and how they're going to work. So now we're getting our first look at exactly how his skills are going to work. So surprise everyone with the permeation quirk and score consecutive hits. So he's going to be like a combo character maybe. Mirio is a character with attack power and movement power that makes full use of his permeation quirk. The special action, Permeation, allows you to pass through obstacles without being attacked and still reach your opponent or fellow ally in a straight line. So it sounds like it's a straight line of movement. It could be up, down, left, right from what I'm understanding so far. Also, the quirk skill Beta has the ability Transparent, probably meant to be Permeation. They have it labeled as Transparent though. Mirio has the ability to use tactics that utilize walls and underground. Okay, so that's kind of just a brief description of what Mirio can do. And that was all from kind of that area down up there. And so now down here, we have the descriptions of the alpha, the beta, and the gamma quirk skill sets. Okay, so starting with the alpha, which is right here, you can kind of see some screenshots of the alpha right here. Quirk skill alpha is called Phantom Menace. This is an attack that rushes in the direction of the aim, and when it hits the opponent, input again to perform a series of follow-up attacks. So a combo attack. If you press and charge it, you will be able to pass through walls. Okay, so basically with the alpha, if you press and hold, you'll charge it up and you'll be able to pass through a wall. And if you hit an opponent and you press it again, then he'll do like a combo of hits probably. And so that'll be pretty cool to see. I wonder how big the combo is, how long it takes, if it stuns them while you're doing the combo, or if they can still do things. A lot of questions there still about how that's going to actually work out. His quirk skill Beta, you can see it right there. It's called Phantom Dive, a range attack in which you permeate and go underground, and then he pops out with an uppercut and shock waves, so it's possible to hit multiple opponents at once. Okay, so you can see that right there. So it's him coming out of the ground right there. He's going to do his uppercut, and then as he does the uppercut, it actually releases a shockwave around him. So if the enemy team is all grouped up together, it will actually hurt them too. Now the question is, does it do the same amount of damage to the person you hit as the people around, or is there like damage fall off for the people around? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And then for the Gamma quirk skill, Phantom Guard blows away nearby opponents and deploys a barrier that prevents attacks. Okay, so it looks like he uses his cape and kind of spins around to create a barrier that's gonna block out attacks for. I wonder how long that lasts. Does it last for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, however long you hold it? That's interesting for a movement character to have some sort of barrier ability. I wonder if it does damage. It says blows away opponents. Like Aizawa for a long time didn't do like damage with certain things, right? So it'll be interesting to see how they ended up balancing that out and how that works. Okay. And then last but not least, we have his special action, Permeation, a transparent state allowing you to pass through walls and opponents' attacks. Okay, there we go. Confirmation, we can also pass through opponents' attacks. Crazy. When used in aim mode. Oh, okay. Sorry, not this part's different. When used in aim mode, it will fly to the closest ally near you. Yo, that's actually kind of cool. So you can get in, do damage, do your combo, and then use your special to get out if you have like an ally standing out in the distance. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. It reminds me of like if you had like Yumi from League of Legends, like how she can hop on an ally, or Rakan from League of Legends, how they can jump back to an ally. I know I'm being kind of nerdy right here, and if you don't play League of Legends, watch League of Legends, whatever, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But it reminds me kind of that type of ability, so that's kind of cool. I think that's going to be really interesting, really good for team fights, and really diversify the game. And it's going to make it very, very interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, so that sounds very, very cool. And then there's a little bit more down here in these descriptions here, so we'll go ahead and read through that as well. Murio Togata's Transparent is a turning point. The basic strategy is to jump out from walls or underground and surprise the opponent. Make full use of special actions and the ability to see through buildings and Phantom Dive to launch a surprise attack on opponents who have escaped inside buildings or behind walls. When surrounded by multiple opponents, use Phantom Guard, your guard, the Gamma, to blow away the surrounding enemies to maintain distance and prepare yourself. Okay. Ultra Rumble plus Ultra Secret. So that's this part down here. So that part I just read was all that blue part. This next part is going to be the green part. Mountain Zone renovated with the aim of increasing the main battlefield area for the USJ. disaster and accident room tactics during battle. As a result, the terrain has been changed to a maze-like terrain. There are increasing amounts of cutoffs to opponents' line of fire, and design has been made so that can occur not only on the plane but also above and below, and areas where the WYA is what it says here. I don't know, it's a weird translation. Where you will play will change significantly compared to before. Okay, so it will change significantly compared to before. We already kind of went over that, but that's what that green area says down there in the V-Jump scan. It's roughly translated, keep that in mind. And then last but not least, we have the recommended team. Apparently, this is the recommended team here. I could kind of see it maybe. So Mirio, Cementos, and Sue. What is their reasoning? So here we go. A party that can do tricky strategies that rarely come up, create a complex terrain using Cementos' walls. Makes sense, right? And then use Mirio's transparency to sneak through the walls and launch a surprise attack. It does sound like a lot of fun, honestly. And then by combining it with Suyu's camouflage, who can also go invisible, you can confuse the opponent even more, aiming for attacks from a long distance, supported by Cementos' defensive wall and Suyu's froggy catch, because you got the revive from Cementos and you got the revive from Suyu. Yeah, this is kind of a toxic team right here. This is what they're recommending. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I think that's very, very interesting. But yeah, new map updates. Mirio is coming to the game. We know a little bit more about his quirks now. He looks absolutely phenomenal. I think this team is going to be so toxic, but I think it's going to be fun at the same time. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments on this team right here in particular. Also, let me know if you guys have any other team ideas that you think would be fun to try out with Mirio, but he's looking very, very good. Also, let me know what you guys think of his quirks. Are you excited to play him? Do you think he's going to be subpar? Do you think he's going to be meta breaking? Give me your guys' thoughts down in the comments. If you guys did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, and hitting that subscribe button as well. Peace.